There's no one out there right now who seems capable of stopping Dakota Ditcheva. Every opponent who's dared to share the cage with her has ended up shocked, broken, and beaten, while fans are left in stunned silence. Her long-awaited PFL debut had the combat sports world buzzing. Matched up against seasoned kickboxing talent Lisa Malden, Dakota wasted no time making a statement. From the opening bell, she took control, delivering punishing low kicks, razor-sharp body shots, and piercing front kicks that pushed Malden against the fence. The punishment was visible early. Malden's legs and torso showed clear signs of damage. Midway through the first round, Dakota unleashed a vicious knee to the body that left Malden visibly hurt. Without hesitation, she swarmed, raining down. Relentless ground and pound, then landing a front kick followed by clean, unanswered strikes. The referee had seen enough, calling it off at 3:54 of round 1, awarding Dakota a first-round TKO and a full 6 points in the PFL standings. Fight analysts across the board were blown away. MMA Junkie described the performance as a methodical dismantling, while BBC Sport highlighted her seamless blend of body and head stoppage, and it firmly established her as one of the most dangerous rising stars in the global flyweight scene. It was a flawless debut, one that announced her arrival with force and set the tone for her PFL campaign. But that was just the beginning. On August 2nd, 2024, Dakota returned at PFL 7 in Nashville, stepping into the cage against Gina Bishop, a fighter riding a wave of confidence. Gina had loudly predicted an easy win over Dakota during interviews and press conferences. But once the cage door shut, reality struck hard. From the very first second, Dakota came out like a force of nature, fast, focused, and fearless. Gina, perhaps too relaxed, was immediately hit with a sharp leg kick and a fast jab that snapped her out of any false sense of control. Desperate to change the pace, Gina tried taking the fight to the ground. But Dakota's takedown defense was airtight. She sprawled, pivoted, and forced the fight to remain standing where she thrived. With every failed takedown attempt, Gina grew more exhausted and increasingly frustrated. By the end of round 1, she was breathing heavily, and her corner looked panicked, scrambling for answers. The second round was nothing short of a beatdown. Dakota smelled blood and turned up the heat. Her combinations flowed like water, each one more punishing than the last. A brutal body shot had Gina wincing, and a perfectly placed kick to the ribs staggered her. Still, Gina pressed forward, clinging to the hope of a clinch or a takedown. But Dakota stayed, composed, circling, striking, and punishing every mistake. Then came the moment. Gina lunged for a desperate takedown, and Dakota countered with a devastating knee to the face. It landed clean. The arena erupted. Gina crumbled to the mat. Dakota followed up with a storm of hammer fists until the referee waved it off. It's just like that, fight over. The aftermath was just as telling. No showboating, no trash talk. Dakota simply nodded to her team, hugged her corner, and walked out of the cage with her undefeated record still intact, and her reputation now elevated to elite status. But her biggest test yet came on April 20th, 2024, when she faced Valentina Skatici in a high-stakes bout for the PFL Europe Women's Flyweight Championship. Valentina didn't hold back in the pre-fight build-up, calling Dakota overrated and insisting she hadn't been tested by a true threat. When the two finally stood across from each other in the cage, the atmosphere was electric, fans wondering if Valentina's confidence would translate into action. Skatici came out aggressive, trying to disrupt Dakota's rhythm with jabs and low kicks. Early on, she even clipped Dakota with a clean right hand that briefly wobbled the British phenom. But Dakota didn't panic. Her composure was bulletproof. She used her elite footwork to reset, then began dissecting Valentina with cold, clinical. A CC raw, a lightning-fast head kick grazed Valentina's guard, followed by a devastating shot to the body that clearly took the wind out of her. As the round wore on, Dakota grew even more confident. Her combinations became smoother, her pressure relentless. She was breaking Valentina down piece by piece. This is Dakota Ditcheva, a technically gifted, mentally unshakable fighter who doesn't just
She never fought with someone like me, so I won't just fight.
win. She dominates, dismantles, and defines every moment in the cage. Whether it's raw power, elite precision, or cold fight IQ, she has it all. The world is finally watching.